All right, everybody. So now that we've been on some kettlebell work, I know a common complaint is that kettlebell hitting you in the wrist and leaving bruises and just causing discomfort, which ultimately makes a lot of people just not like using kettlebells. But it is a skill and it's something you can develop, starting with a lighter weight, learning to control your kettlebell, and then working on upping the weight. So when we're doing cleans and snatches, the first thing that a lot of people do is they just flip it over and they're hitting themselves in the wrist and they're catching it way back here, where we want to be catching in a front rack position. We want a full grip on that kettlebell. So make sure you've got a full palm grip on it so you are in control and we're not just flopping it. When we get ready to clean that kettlebell, we want to rotate it around our wrist and catch it in the front rack position. There on that soft part of your shoulder, not way back here on the bony part of your shoulder. Okay? So we want to avoid the flop. The flop looks like this, and you're catching it back here, or you're hitting your shoulder, or you're hitting your wrist, and we want to learn to spiral that kettlebell around our wrist and catch it. Okay? So from here, we're going to get that full grip, and we're going to come up. I'm going to do it as slow as possible, coming up, 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 and spiraling, controlling. If you have a good firm palm grip on that kettlebell, it will help you control it more. Next week, we're going to get into some kettlebell snatches because we want everyone to learn that skill. It's the same concept. There's a little more of a flip to the snatch, but still, if you can get that full grip and control your kettlebell, start lighter. You don't have to use whatever prescribed weight is on the board. Get the hang of the skill because kettlebell snatches are actually really fun once you learn not to bash your wrist every time you flip the kettlebell. But from there, same thing. Big palm grip. We're going to come up, and my kettlebell gently flips over my hand, but it does not hit me in the wrist. Okay? So, big palm grip on there, coming up. I'm going to shrug that shoulder, use my hips to power it up, and I'm going to catch it. So, common mistake, flop. Big flop. We don't want to flop it, okay? We want to grip and control. Keep a firm grip on that kettlebell. When you get ready to rotate it around your wrist, don't let go of the grip, okay? I hope that helps. Remember, scale the weight down. Learn the skill, then work on adding that weight and getting stronger and having some fun with kettlebell work.